Hello, everyone. This is Randy Nunez, your host on Between the Chalk Lines. I just want everyone to know that my bracket is busted as far as the playoffs. Thank you, Pete Alonso and the Mets and everyone else for knocking off the Brewers. That is not what I had planned. And, you know, um, I think Willie Adames, if you haven't already read the contract prediction article that I have up on the website, www.betweenthethalklines.com/news, is there. I have the Pete Alonso contract prediction that's been up for a couple of weeks, and then Willie Adames, and then Alex Bregman. I'll be doing more of those as the postseason goes along. Um, some more Astros and some more other players that are leading their teams. But this is the week one of the postseason episode number 51. If you didn't see the big number 50, that'll be in the right at the top. You'll see a little link there. Had a nice conversation with Ty Buttrey. He came back and spoke to us about his new life as a businessman and not a pitcher anymore in the professionals. Currently, not currently at least. So maybe in the future. But back to the playoffs. This week was wild. We had the start Monday was doubleheader between the Mets and the Braves to decide whether or not one, both, or just one of them and the Diamondbacks would be going to the wild card series. Ended up being the Mets against the Brewers and the Braves against the Padres. Mets in three. They were the only wild card series to go to 3 games. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. But yeah, the Mets, Pete Alonso, whoever you want to say was the hero there in that game 3 there. Really, it's tough. It's really tough to say in a 3-game series who's the hero. Really, I can't say this really hero. Maybe Pete Alonso for that home run in Game 3, but bullpen's got to close it out. So you have to give credit where credit is due. The Padres swept the Braves. Kind of something I didn't see coming, to be honest. I didn't see the Royals sweeping the Orioles. I didn't see the Tigers sweeping the Astros. I mean, that's the first time Houston has not. This year will be the first time in 8 years. 2016, the Houston Astros started a run of getting to the AL Championship Series. And in 2024, they will not be going to the AL Championship Series. So the bracket, if you don't know yet, looks like this. In American League, we had Detroit versus the Cleveland Guardians. And then on the bottom, we have the number 1 seed in New York Yankees going up against the Royals. So we have 3 AL Central teams in the Royals, Tigers, and Guardians, all vying for a spot in. One of them is going to make it, obviously, with the Tigers and Guardians. One AL Central team won't make it to the ALCS. It's just a matter of, will they meet the Royals there, or will they meet the Yankees? And if I were a betting man, I would say the Yankees are probably going to be going to the AL Championship Series. And if they don't, against the Royals, that's a real big step backwards. In my opinion, that's just, again, my opinion. I'm not a professional here. I don't get paid to analyze, but I do anyways. Do it every week for you guys, the fans, the listeners of baseball, uh, this podcast. You know, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe. If you're not already subscribing, just wanted to say thank you for everyone that is already subscribing. The grand total of 15 of you. But on the other side, National League, we have the number one seed in Dodgers, who will be going up against their NL West foes in the Padres. And then you have number two seed in the Phillies, who will be going up against the New York Mets. And I think it's easy to say that the Phillies will steamroll the Mets. I know it's a 5-game series instead of just a 3-game series like the wild card, but I mean, the Phillies have a nasty, nasty rotation bullpen. They got Carlos Estevez from the Angels as a closer during the trade deadline. They have an amazing lineup. I mean, you got Harper along with the other 8 guys and the bench on top of them batting. So there's a lot of power in the Phillies lineup. It's a matter of, will they get that timely, those timely runs when it really matters, when those clutch runs in the NLDS here. And then the Dodgers and the Padres. Where do you start there? I mean, I guess you got to start with Ohtani. Like you start anything that has the Dodgers name slapped on it. Ohtani is automatically going to be attached. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, their other Japanese phenom, rookie, I may add. He'll be pitching in this division series on Saturday. So when this episode drops on streaming and YouTube Saturday morning, you'll have an hour to get ready and get your I think the Cleveland Guardians and Tigers is the first game at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know. Just bash me. But I believe that's the first game of the day. And then after we have, I mean, like my prediction for that one, obviously, I gotta say the Padres. I hope the Padres really do either sweep or make it go the full 5 games and just put the screws on Los Angeles. Phillies, I think they got it in the bag. New York, I think they have it in the bag pretty much. Not 100%. Like, I'm like 95% sure they have it in the bag. Cleveland Guardians and Tigers is really the, for me, must-watch series out of the 4. And then when it gets to the championship series and we're down to 4 teams, we'll talk about that. But this is week 1 of postseason. We got the wild card games out of the way. Those are done. The bracket is set for the division series, both sides. I think, Skubal pitched for the Tigers not yesterday, 2 days ago. We'll have today off. And then, he pitched on, it was Tuesday. So pitching on Saturday is a stretch. I don't know if they already have their starting pitcher set. It was a really interesting way for AJ Hinch of all the managers. I mean, he took the Astros to the World Series. Is he going to take the Tigers to the World Series? Is the question. We'll see. Is the answer today at least. And the way he used that bullpen in Game 2, wow, man, wow, like. And then, yeah, I mean, Grant Holmes did amazing. We have a lot of heroes in just the wild card games. The was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 total wild card games were played. I can point out Screwball, Holmes, Diaz, Alonso, so many guys. Domez was fun. Unfortunately, the Brewers lost in the end there, but it's crazy. It's been fun. I can't keep my eyes off of my phone or the TV. I gotta have whenever the TV's on tomorrow on Saturday. It's gonna be all of the championships. Sorry, all of the division series games. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm thinking championship series next week or a week after that. But I will be keeping track. This is just week 1, like I said. I'll be doing week 2, week 3, week 4, if need be. And if there isn't a week 4, then we're gonna start talking about the offseason, the free agents. It's already being talked about. I know the Mets are already. The front office wants to talk to Scott Boras about retaining Pete Alonso and his services. I'm sure the same thing in Houston and Alex Bregman, but I highly doubt that Alex Bregman will be staying in Houston. I'm just got to put that out there already. Sorry for the dog in the background. He's just crazy. Back to baseball. Man. I love postseason baseball. I know that some people hate that teams can get knocked out in a 3-game series or 5-game series. I mean, how many games do you need? We had 162 games, and the playoffs are the playoffs. You just gotta deal with it. That's how I see it personally. But beyond that, I will be posting a new October giveaway on Instagram. Look us up on Instagram, just Between the Chalk Lines. Follow it. You'll see the photo tomorrow morning. It'll be posted at 9 a.m. when this episode drops. Comment, like, follow the profile for a chance at winning the card. I will not show you the card yet. You'll have to go and look for yourself. If you don't like it, then you don't have to comment and like, follow. But if you do, it's all you have to do. Comment, like, follow on that photo. And follow the profile. But yeah, everyone, I'm always stoked for postseason baseball. This is my first time covering it. Obviously, last year I started this podcast when we were kind of wrapping up the free agency, and I think just had finished the World Series. I remember the first day, the first episode came out on November 6th, 2013, 2023. Sorry, getting my years mixed up. November 6th, 2023, right after the World Series. But this year, we covered the whole season, baby. I was in Arizona. I covered the, prospect game for you guys, 2 of them. And then covered the whole season for y'all, covering the postseason. And we're going to do the free agency And off season again, we're doing it all over again. So keep an eye, ear out, hit that bell if you subscribe, so you know when the next video comes out. Every week, every Saturday, all baseball talk, all the time. This is Randy Nunez signing off. See you next Saturday.